I have your attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. And yes, we're a little bit earlier today. I think we're at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, normally 7:30 p.m. Eastern under new daylight savings or whatever we're on at the moment. So welcome everybody. Woohoo! What a video. Yesterday's video was epic. Today is another epic video because we got PulseChain takeoff. The chart might not show up, but the chart's probably a good idea that it's a nice little low baseline to build off. But actually, PulseChain is in a takeoff phase. We've got a very good lineup happening right now. Very good. So we're going to look at PulseChain fundamentals and pumpermentals, and we're going to look at the crypto market pumpermentals as well. XGame launching in 2 days. We're going to talk about that. And of course, that's super exciting from FireWhale, one of our two big public whales, and someone that has stated his huge commitment, and thanks to Richard Hart. So we're looking forward to that, and wants to make his contribution to making PulseChain successful. So excited there, and he's pretty much implementing his vision that he's had for a few years in the old X-based decentralized crypto casino as well. So we're excited for him personally. We also got LibertySwap protocol. Now this is going to be huge, right? LibertySwap protocol. We're going to talk about that, and that is massive. So we're going to talk about that coming up. And then, of course, CoinWell from Rack and Michelle coming up as well, the other big public whale, and, of course, venture capitalist here on PulseChain, biggest sacrificer consortium as well for PulseChain and PulseX, a major player. And so, yeah, early November for that launch. So we've got a triple lineup that is unbelievable, and this is going to be so exciting. But we're not going to have to wait too long because the countdown is on for the first of those XGame, less than 2 days away. So, yeah, probably maybe, 45 hours away, something like that. It's pretty exciting. So we're going to get into all the news there. We're also going to give a bit of an update for the number one validator on PulseChain, which is Vouch. So Vouch, they're having a 1 year anniversary. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to get into Gladiator Games Day 2. Which is super exciting. And, man, I've had a fun yesterday. I was playing all day yesterday. Didn't have too many interruptions. I was out gardening and then into Gladiator Games. Gladiator Games. It was crazy day. And so I think I did okay. I did okay yesterday. I like to think of myself as the average player, the common player. I may not be the top 3 or 4 players, but I'm in the mix there amongst the middle of you guys battling away. And, I made some pretty good progress over the last couple of weeks. So I think that's a good role model there for the average player. And maybe I'm slightly better than average now. I don't know. That's the play. They're slowly creeping up there. So it's a lot of fun. I had a game just before the live stream, and I won that. So that was kind of cool. It was kind of neat. So let's get into it. What else are we going to say? We might be, there's talks of a hard fork on PulseChain. Have you seen that? Talks of a hard fork. So we might talk a little bit about that later on as well. It could mean, getting rid of the old, the stuff that doesn't work too well on Ethereum. Possibly having some major feature upgrades, who knows, of our own PulseChain could be awesome. Obviously, a new token would be, I guess, necessitated after that. With you have a hard fork, all the validators would have to update their software and get on board. So we could have all sorts of stuff happening with the hard fork on PulseChain. That could be pretty interesting, right? Pretty interesting. What happens to the old chain? Well, it could be like poor cousin Fred. Poor cousin Fred or something. I don't know. I just made that up, but it is pretty funny. All right, so let's get into it. Probably should have shaved today, looking a bit rough. But hey, look, I'll do it after the live stream, and I'll look fresh for tomorrow. All right, so let's get into it. We're going to cover other people in the chat. We've got Crypto Dan. Exciting times ahead. Absolutely exciting. Very exciting as well. And we got Property View in the house there, and enjoying the coverage. I appreciate Property View. Very, 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 very calm. PulseChain Animal says, I don't think there will be a hard fork. Yeah, I just said that the rumors are out there, but, it's getting some pretty big people that might be in the know talking about it. So, yeah, we might talk about that later on, but that's always possible there because there's a lot of benefits that could happen from that. So let's see what happens with that in due course. All right, so let's jump away, and we're going to get into the main event, I think, which is we're going to talk about the crypto market generally, but before we get into PulseChain and all the bullish news as well. Let's go to let's actually go to the big screen. Should we go big screen? We'll just go to small screen. It's great. We got the total market cap at 3.849 trillion, up 0.5% right now, so still super cheap. We got we talk about that in respect to gold, which is up around 30 trillion, right? Somewhere in that ballpark, 28, 30 trillion. And so we've got a long way to go. We're going to have a re-rate in the network value of Bitcoin and crypto generally. That is a huge re-rate there. We got Bitcoin right now at 111,500, up 0.4%. We got Ethereum there at the moment at 3,950 at 0.4%. We got XRP up 3.3% at $2.59 at number 4. Number 5 is BNB up 0.6% at $1,117. Solana up 0.2% at $194. And at number 9 is Doge, down 0.8% at 19.7 cents. Tron is our number 10, and that is down 2.6% at 29.8 cents at the moment. So those are kind of our top 10. Cardano there sitting at number 11, down 0.5%. So there we go, folks. That is where we are right now in the top 10. Best performer over the last 24 hours has been XRP, up 3.3%, and the best performer over the last week is also XRP, up 9.7% for the week from the looks of it. Yeah. All right, top 100. Quickly, we've got Jupiter at sitting at number 91, but is the best performer in the last week, 25.5%. Zcash at number 41 is the second best performer, 23%. K-Hype at number 80 is up 21%. Hyperliquid at 17 is up 20%, number 4. And then finally, to wrap off our top 5 is Amincore at number 42, and that's up 16%. So, double digits in the top 5, not bad. In fact, if we include Casper at number 6, we've got 6 coins over 10% at the moment. So certainly not altcoin season, but certainly looking better than it has been. Top gain is Giggle Fund, so don't giggle too much there. Figure Alloc, and Pippin at the moment. So those 3 are on the market. Let's have a quick look at each of them as we race in towards PulseChain. So Google Fund at number 296 is actually quite high. Top 300-400 typically considered of some decent value, although it has really jumped in there because it's up pretty massive. Let's have a look at the price. It's been around since 23rd of September this year, so not very long. It's just over a month, and it's just had a big last couple of days. Looks like it's had a big rally from the 25th, from $86 to $231. It's on BNB there. Let's have a look at Google Fund website. Oh, it's got a little warning on mine. Probably just maybe the card's out or something. I'm not sure what's happening there. But let's look at Figure Hallock, sitting at number 2 on here right now. Number 15. Number 15, really? I didn't realize that was that high. Anyway, it's saying 15. I might have to go back and check that, but that's $1 there right now. I'm not sure about this one. Is that a stable coin? I don't know. It could be confusing. Anyway, I'm not sure what chain that's on. P, and let me know what that is. Let's go look at figure.com anyway. Unlock your home's equity for all your needs. Okay, so it looks like some sort of crypto lending on the back of houses, back of your mortgage. So some sort of real world activity there. Let's go back and have a look at number 15. What's number 15 down here? Oh, it is Figure Hallock. Okay, yeah. I haven't really investigated that one, so there we go. Some of you may know that one. Limitless. Let's jump up here. Limitless at the moment, 781, 36 cents, and it's only been around since the 23rd of October. And so a couple of days, and it is rolling off the bottom there, just under 20 cents at 36 cents. And that's on that chain there. Let's have a look at Limitless Exchange. Let's have a look here. So it's got markets and leaderboard and everything like that. So a big DeFi platform. There we go. And forecasts the future as well. So there we go. It's got trending markets, etc. It looks like also got the stock market as well from the looks of it. So there we go. Markets and leaderboard. There's the markets. Scrolling down. All right, cool. How much further does it go? A lot further. Okay, you can scroll all the way down there. So it looks pretty cool. That has been around for a couple of days, and it's sitting at number 781. Be interesting to see where that goes to from here. So that is some of the top trending in the top 1,000. We've got trending overall is the EVA A protocol, token bot, and AIX BDC. Those are trending right now. So that is crypto at the moment, 3.85 trillion. We are up 0.6%. Bitcoin at 111,600. That is up 0.5%, and Ethereum at 39.55 up 0.4%. Those are the majors right now. Bitcoin dominance. I thought we'd check this on this a little bit. We can see that we were coming down from Bitcoin dominance. We were all the way up here at 66%, and we started to come down. And of course, that was teasing altcoin season. We did get a bit of a rally in some of the majors, and of course, that got down to 57% dominance here, and we're back up towards 60% dominance again. So obviously, we're looking for the dominance to fall as altcoin season ramps up. I've got this going all the way through to the middle of 2026, because most people, I think, that have in the bullish scenario expect us to be quite bullish into that period, right, into the end of the year, and then into Q2 next year. That's kind of quite a few people that are bullish, considering that a very good target right now. So that's kind of where we are on the market there with the Bitcoin dominance. Bring on the altcoin season, and it could be very close. Maybe we might bounce off here at this moving average of this 50-day moving average of the dominance, and that is at 60%. So maybe we might bounce down there and into altcoin season. Keep a lookout, guys. Keep a lookout. Now, obviously, we've had gold on a rally, and of course, we are expecting gold to lead first. Market cap going all the way up to like 28-30 trillion, and then of course that's a bit of profit taking right now, and then of course a rotation then into Bitcoin, and so this Bitcoin dominance may stay a little bit stronger before coming down, and we get into that in the majors rallying, and then altcoin season as well. That's kind of the generally accepted, I guess, process there. And so we'll keep ticking away, but pretty bullish about the next 8 months, right? That's very exciting. And that's, I guess, going to lead us into PulseChain. Before we do that, let's check out who else has jumped in the chat here. We got Clintrons in the house there. G'day, crew. Good to see you, Clintrons. PulseChain Animals, always great to have him in the house here with the little hand. Was it pink hand? And we got Gideon in the house as well. Hey, buddy. Appreciate all the effort and info. Big ups to you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Alanfa is in the house there. So, hey, guys, bullish. Let's go. Absolutely. Yeah, loving the tone in the chat today. Like the video. Definitely smash the video there. Now, if you guys are on X, of course, don't forget to hit the repost button and share the show around. Now, we have started, half an hour early just because I wanted to finish a bit earlier because we've got a lot happening at the moment. As you can sort of see a little bit of disruptions in show timings and things. But had to do a show anyway. It's pretty sunny outside in New Zealand. We just came off some bad weather, particularly in the Southland, I think it was. I'm not quite sure where it was, but certainly it was a little mixed here, but apparently it was quite severe in some other places. But we're okay. It's just normal weather patterns, pretty much. What else there? Sean O'Malley in the house there. Good morning, team. Hey, great to see you, Sean, as always. And Sean is in the Strategy Club. So if you guys haven't joined the Strategy Club, the link's in the video description on YouTube. And, of course, on X, it's at the top in the profile. And it's only $35 a month to join the Strategy Club. So get in there, folks. And we drop in intel in there all the time. So catch us in there. So awesome stuff. All right, where else? I think we're going back into PulseChain. Let's do the main event because we've got so much good stuff to talk about. Let's go. And let's go to the middle screen again. And we're going to talk about the markets overall, and then we're going to get into the big projects that are launching. So day 897 since PulseChain launched. A full systems date copy of Ethereum on the 10th of May 2023. Launched a couple of days later on the 30th of May. And here we are, 897 days later. We're only 3 days away from 900 days. Is that unbelievable? It is crazy, guys. And you know what happens when we get to 900, right? Well, 100 days till 1,000. I mean, that's just the way it works. We've got quadruple zero 3004. We have been defending this 3,000 line. We're pretty happy that we've defended 2,700. Now we're back over 3,000, and but we are down 3% today. It is a weekend. We know weekends can either be flat or down, and here we are pretty much down at the moment. Now, tomorrow is Sunday US time, and that's typically flat or down too. But let's fingers crossed that we start to actually, in the anticipation of XGame, perhaps that might be enough to lift the chain sentiment into next week. And of course, we've got all the big launches one after another from then on. So pretty exciting. So PulseX right now, quadruple 02, so holding the 2,000 line exactly right now, down 5.4% though. So definitely being a retest there. We've got the buy and burn at 7.95% based on GoPulse numbers. And we got the incentive token at the moment, $1.18, down 5.8%, and Hex at the moment down 6.65% on PulseChain at 65 hundredths of a penny. EHEX at the moment 21 hundredths of a penny. The ratio is a 3.15 at the moment. So one Pulse PHEX will buy you 3.15 EHEX. Of course, there is a big discussion around parity between PHEX and EHEX. Obviously, there can be differences in gas fees and those sort of things, but actually, a lot of people, holding to the one-to-one parity. I definitely think it's a possible scenario, or that we get pretty close to it at some stages in the bull market. It's definitely plausible there. Also, with the advantage that Dipcatch is working on, HexFlex? Is it HexFlex? Something like that. FlexHex, something like that, which we're excited about. We're always excited about Dipcatch's protocols. So we just had the trio, didn't we? Mature from the Maximus, offerings, let's say, and of course, it's fun times ahead for that. All right, let's see where we're going here. So that is the PulseChain majors. Let's go to the gas prices. We're sitting at 2.1 million beats. So man, that's very different from yesterday. We're at about 750,000 today. We're at 2.1 million. 2 cents for a swap. I think we're at 8 tenths of a penny yesterday. That's quite a difference a day can make, even with a quiet day. 53,260 validators. So we're up about 70 validators, I think, something like that from yesterday. Excuse me, just choked there. We got the bridge at the moment boo! We're going down. We actually had a net positive yesterday. Now we had some Did you guys see it? We had some $5 million net bridge activity, but I think it was some offbeat token from Ethereum. Wasn't any of the stables or anything, so that was kind of a non-event. But we're at 101.9 million yesterday, I think. So we're down about 2 million now from that. So just the way it is at the moment, because all the assets are down. But I did take a snapshot yesterday. Yay! Was that smart or what? Yeah. So we're about 100? Yeah, about 2 million down. Where's it all? Why are we down? Where's it down? Well, the ETH is pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same, guys. And in fact, we're up a little bit on the US dollars on the ETH. Because we're up on ETH about 0.4%. But EHEX is down quite dramatically. So that's really what's taken us down, is that $2 million down on EHEX. So there we go. And that's why you come to the Crypto Night Show, because we take snapshots of the day before, just coincidentally there. Our DAI is also down a little bit, actually, to be honest. So DAI is down about 100,000. USDC, it's down like 6,000 or 9,000. And then the USD Tether, what's that? Down. It's actually up about $1,000. So there we go. Coaster's not changed, and looks like we're at Bitcoin pretty similar. So there we go, folks. Largely explained by EHEX there. All right, so that is the bridgings. What else were we going to do? I think that was it. Let's jump over to the markets right now. $11.1 million. Boohoo. We've been down at this sort of level for some time. We've had a few exception days, but 11, 12 million seems to be where we've been sitting these days. But we have had some excitement on the market regardless of that, because we've got these big protocols launching, right? So we've got SCADA up 24% right now. Now it's been around for 6 days there. Oink Bank with its, I think it's got that treasury set up, and that's been pushing up as well, 16%. So that's been doing pretty well. Let's have a quick look at Oink Bank or Piggy Bank. Oink Piggy Bank. And that chart's still looking pretty good, isn't it? There as well. Now that's on the weekly, so that's a weekly candle there right now. So holding up at 1,100 of a penny, market cap of 750,000, 62k liquidity there. Let's have a look at 9mm is next, and 9mm, of course, we've talked about the dexes being re-rated. Well, we don't have that many dexes, do we? We have PulseX, essentially 9mm. We have the new one from Coast being tied. And we're about to have a juggernaut with LibertySwap. So that's coming up too. So we're looking forward to that. So at the moment, 9mm is just about at 1 cent and almost at $1 million market cap. And we did say this was undervalued, right? We said that, but it's funny, it's kind of leading a bit early. So there we go. Probably benefiting from some of the activity on now the tokens, perhaps. But we're getting a little pump there, quite a bit of pump actually in the last couple of days from 5,600 for a penny, almost to 1 cent. So looks like almost a doubling there. And the RSI's got plenty of room to move on that. Look at that, 56 on the daily. So looking good there. And pretty exciting. So obviously with the volumes there. Now PulseChain takes off, of course 9mm will take off. So that is kind of cool right now. And they do good communications and good upgrades there and around NFTs and profit sharing, things like that. So 9mm doing a good job. Zendog, of course, been around for a little while, but it's been paired up with Peacock for about 2 months. And, those that are paired up are going to do a lot better generally, given that Peacock will drag everything up, no doubt. So that's up 15% on the Zendog. I think we've got about 10 pairs of various sizes in terms of LP value paired up with Peacock. And Zendog is one of those. There may be some more association between Zendog and possibly Zero and stuff with LibertySwap. I don't know. Maybe they're bro mates or something. I don't know. But there we go. We got XGame, of course, in the mix there, which we're going to talk about. That is up 12.5%, so doing pretty well there. We'll probably pull it out and talk about that separately. We've got cry fagging, of course, Richard Hart and his sayings. Cry fagging there. Don't you cry fag out there, guys. Don't you cry fag. And that's up been around for 11 days, up 11.8%. Let's have a quick look at that while we're here. A little bit of profit taking actually. Got a little pump, didn't it, yesterday? Up to quadruple 7,000. Now it's at 5,000 now, so just down a bit from that. But still doing so. Now we've got a lot of pump tires, and we'll see where that one goes. It is a bit more funnier than most of the pump tire names that we do have. So maybe just the funniness will laugh. It's still using a Richard Hart crying picture. Of course, we have lots of. We had a token not long ago called Cry. Remember, that used I think the same picture. So that's where it is. All right, so that's kind of cool. We might look at the Zendog pair, but I'm just not sure which one. We'll look at the bigger pair up here, the Peacock. Actually, go to the Pulse pair, and so we'll look at the Zendog here, and look at how that's performing at the moment. So it's not too bad. A little pulling back up here, looking pretty good at 1,200 penny, and it's got its other big pairing, of course, that it did 2 months ago, is with is up the top there. Oh yeah, up the top. No, down the bottom here. At the top there, yeah, and that's paired with Peacock, so looking good there. The Solana, so we had pump tires about 4 days ago, was it? Where all the pump tires were pumping, and Solana there is got a bit of a rebound there at 11%. Let's have a look at the old Solana pump tires. Yeah, it's had a really good run, isn't it? Little consolidation in here, but it's gone from 0.004 to 2,400 to 0.000 4,400, so not bad there with the old Solana coin. Remember, pump tires all have a billion supply unless they've got some sort of burning mechanism, and we do see a couple of pump tires do have that burning mechanism. I think Brie is one of them that comes to mind. Peacock, of course, is pretty big recently with about 15.5% of their Peacock supply burn, but we're going to talk about that separately as well. And so you can see Peacock here just in between XGame actually at almost 1.6 cents. So we're going to talk about that separately too. Let me see. I just want to get the biggest pair, so it's down here at number 13. So we're going to pull it up and talk about that when we get up to LibertySwap. And we'll pull it out there. We also got the PulseChain Peahen, been around for 11 days there, flying on the back of Peacock, up 9 to 10%. We've got Zero Trust, also paired with Peacock. Smart move there, up 8.8%. Top Hat also paired with Peacock, also up 3%. But probably just cooling off a little bit. There's the old Peacock there. Oh no, it's not. I thought it might be, but it's not. There we go. That's the Peacock pair. It's at 1,700 of a penny. Market cap 1.6 million right now for Top Hat. Not too bad, of course, with Crypto Coffee, one of the biggest PulseChain influencers in the space. Then we've got pump tires. Now, do you guys want to get some alpha drops? Do you want some alpha drops? Do we got the magical time? I must have the mic up too loud. That was loud. That was damn loud. Let me know in the chat if that was damn loud. That was pretty funny though. Yeah, looks like I got the sound on full. I had the sound on full. Boy, I paid the price for that one. That's the problem. Even if you're in charge of sound effects, it can be backfire. Anyway, so Top Hat there looking pretty good. And so is Zero Trust, right? Zero Trust there up 7%. So they're all riding on the back of Peacock. And there we go, 6,900 of a penny in the market cap, 2.4 million, 180K in liquidity. So we've got the Peacock crew are marching up along with XGame and a few specialties, I guess, like Oink and 9mm and Cry Fagging, apparently, in Solana. Those are kind of the mix right now in the top 18. We've got Stake Deep, PRC Fork as well, up 0.5%. So we've got 19 coins at the moment on the trending line. So that's not a lot. Obviously, we've got low volume, 11.1 million. But those are trending right now. And of course, those are the ones that are lifting up XGame and Peacock. Now, moving further afield down here, we've got some others. I'm going to pick out Vouch. We're going to talk about Vouch later on. So we'll do that and we'll pull that over. And let's get back into the mix here. So everything else is pretty much in the red right now. Even saw Sun Mini Meal, the big food corporate, is at 5.7 cents, down 2%. Let's see what else is down here. Liquid Loans is down 2.8%. Even Firewhale, which should be riding on the back of XGame, but probably get a bit of rotation maybe. We shall see. Down 4% today. For investors, down. Obviously, the Richard Hart cores are down. And of course, that means some of the Hex derivatives like Sparta and probably ALGO and stuff are down as well. Then PTC Grays still struggling. Still struggling, guys. Now, I do believe that Perry Banana did do some commentary. It's been pretty, obviously it's pretty always good commentary coming from Perry Banana. But, it's competing, isn't it? It's competing with Peacock and XGame. And no doubt we've got CoinWell coming in early November. So it's got to compete with that as well. So obviously this has been the first DAO on PulseChain. It's got a lot of big players involved with it. And that gives pros and cons to the project, of course, depending on, whether they are holders or dumpers eventually. But at the moment, 0002000 holding just below that actually. So yeah, maybe this is a consolidation phase before this decides to do something later on. But maybe it needs to let some of the other things launch. Maybe it gets a bit of an oomph off that. We get some rotation. So we'll keep a lookout. It is market driven, right? So they have. I would say that the catalyst is they have a good analyst, which is Perry Banana. Commentary on this. They have a excellent dashboard and tokenomic setup with the locking and staking and the taxes. They have the UFO support as well. So they've got all that, and they have been sold down. So those are some of the fundamentals. Fundamentals might be big whales in there. You've got B roots and people like that. There's a pros and cons to that. They push out they're good promoters, but of course they're probably big bag holders too, right? So you've got pros and cons there. But for a real deep dive, you really should check out Pre Banana. So we'll see now what happens with that after some of these other launches of these big juggernauts, and you can decide whether the tokenomics are being superseded or not. So that's the other side of it, right? Is Vouch, for example, superseding the PGC because not only does it have a tax, but it also has validated income, right? And it's just only getting bigger. It's a snowball. So there's lots of things like that to consider. That is PTC right now, but we're hopeful. That has been such a great project on PulseChain, the first Tau PTC the Grace, and what a cool meme as well. And so real good setup there. But we shall see. And competing. What else we got down there? Solid X at the moment got sold down a little bit too. So we saw another step down. We were sitting about $3.40, $3.50 on Solid X, and then we got another little bit of rotation in the lead up to this countdown for XGame. Solid X, of course, is going to be burned off and get rewards for all the staking, but that's not launched yet, so we don't know exactly how that's going to follow after XGame. Is it going to be a day later, a week later? Is it going to be surprise? We just don't know. We know that XGame is all the focus right now. So we're going to talk about that. But at the moment, Solid X at $3.15, down 9.5%. And we're expecting a rotation back at some stage. We just don't know the time frame for that quite yet, as far as I'm aware. I did listen to the X Space with Firewell from yesterday, but I don't believe, unless I missed something, I don't believe we got any extra clues in there other than it is sort of phase 2, I guess, after XGame. How quickly that is interesting, going to be interesting. Teddy Bear down here from James Maria, Reserve Tay, all these sort of coins are down about 20% right now, so getting rotated out of as well. All right, so people are chasing the big plays right now. XGame, LibertySwap, and of course Peacock, along with CoinWell, which will be soon as well. So it's kind of the play there. We've got Mr. O in the house there. Yo, how's it going, Superman? Hey, Mr. O, good to see you in the house. Now, Mr. O does daily videos on PulseChain top performers. Go check out Mr. O as well. Doing a great job there on X. We've got an army of promoters doing cool things in there. Everyone's got their own niche. Sometimes people, joining together as well and pushing out the old PulseChain. I see there's a Telegram group now, encouraging people to join up to go and promote out in the big old social media, which is great to see. We're seeing some good stuff there. I think we also saw some good X spaces happening with some of the big influencers outside of PulseChain. I think Famous was doing one, Panos and Karaji and other people have been involved with a lot of that stuff. So we're seeing a lot of growth there, as well as all the female influencers as well, doing lots of X spaces like Crypto Girl and Tam Tam and others. So it's a very, very exciting space right now. We're really starting to get a bit of a takeoff going on, which is great. All right, let's see here. So those are the tokens. Let's deep dive into the main events. And of course, that is XGame launch in 2 days. Do you guys like that? I think so. Let's bring in the news here. So we got XGame says T48 hours. And this was how many hours ago? Well, let's see. It was 3 hours and almost 3 hours and 20 minutes ago. So we're down to just below 45 hours now until XGame launches. I did encourage them to put a countdown on their website because I thought that they want the hype, and that works well for me. I love countdowns. I don't know about you guys. I like countdowns. And we got even if they don't look exactly at the end of the countdown, it's good to have a countdown, right? We got Monday, October 27th, 9 p.m. CE time. I guess that's Central Time. 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. PST time. Now, 3 p.m. Eastern, which means that I won't be covering it straight away, unfortunately. It'll be a few hours later after that. But 4 hours, 4 hours later. I could probably do 3 hours later. We'll see whether I have to do an extra early show. I mean, I could do it it just depends on the day, but we'll see. We got 12 p.m. PST time and 3 a.m. Singapore and Hong Kong time. The countdown has started. So I said, it's great. And look at the video. It's great. So this is going to be real money now, not testnet anymore. No testnet, real stuff. And don't forget, it's got a big referral program, 30%. And KOLs, influencers out there will love this. Community will love it. But KOLs in particular with big networks and big influence, that could be an absolute cash cow for them and a good fun game opportunity for everybody else. Now, obviously, the first game is going to be Crash, which you can sort of see in the video. And of course, people go for the X's. Now, if you're still on the ship when it blows up, you lose your money, basically. And then 30% of that will go back to, I guess, the referrer. And then there's some profit taking for the rest of it, I guess, the 70%. Less what they pay out, I guess. Whatever the net profit is going to go to the rewards, which I don't know. They had I think the RTP is about 97% or 95, one of those two, 97, I think it is. And so that is where we are right now. So it's going to be fun. Times volume, guys. Time volume on multiple chains could be huge. We understand that the base founder is going to be pushing it on as well on the base chain. That could be massive, right? And once they start, they could earn, for a long time to come. So it could be self-perpetuating in terms of promotion, and that's the key thing. We understand there's going to be a big marketing push as well, marketing budget spent. That could be pretty interesting to see where that all pops up, as well as an anticipation or that XGame will get some big money pushed through it from CoinWell to get that big green pump. And he did do a call of action yesterday in the X space talking about everyone picking up some XGame. Let's get this thing ranking up on the old deck screener to get some big attention there on the main page, right? So we might check that out too. The countdown starts. So there's lots of cool stuff. I think a lot of influencers will be very keen about that. I've seen a lot of just in the PulseChain community, just a lot of the big influencers get excited about it. So you can bet your bottom dollar. I even saw people that have recently come to PulseChain that have got big audiences like Xavier. He is very keen, I think, to get the XGame out there as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun, folks, and that's what you need. This could be the first killer app, the first viral app really on PulseChain, and it's multi-chain, and it's designed to bring a lot of those funds into PulseChain that should benefit XGame and SolidX. We're burning those tokens as well, and rewards for SolidX staking tiers. Remember, there's going to be 5 SolidX staking tiers based on US dollars. I think it's bronze all the way up to the CoinWell category. And if you can get tokens at the bottom of SolidX, if you manage to time that and you stake those US dollars, then you'll get if the price rallies, you'll go through those different levels of staking. So that's kind of the upside there. Now, those are all the positives. Positives are massive, and I'm sure there's a few other secret sources, things that are up Firewell's sleeve. The only thing, of course, is he's done everything he can to make it succeed, and I think it's set up as good as you can make it. And so the only thing was if it didn't succeed, right? Which it may succeed at the beginning and then not succeed. So there's always the risk with it. But we do know that crash games, in particular, which is the first game up, are successful long term. They've been very good, and I, for one, have been on Betfury for many years. One of the top referrers over there. And Crash Game was always the game a lot of people play constantly, displayed constantly, and it is a fun game. It is one of the preferred games I play when I go there as well. So it's going to come. So very, very exciting, guys. 45 hours to go. Very, very cool as well. All right, so some good stuff happening there. Let's get into the chart right now. The chart obviously has been rallying quite a bit. Let's go to the hourly chart, and we can see that we had a nice little rally on that countdown news. Well, actually, it was about 3 hours ago. Anyway, we were about we peaked out at 44.7 cents. So amazing run there. And let's go to the daily just to tape it off a little bit here at 4.2 cents. But they'll probably regret, those sellers probably regret it at the end of the day. And so we could see some green candles in the next, gold mode candles probably in the next, what do I say, 45 hours or so. We could see some God mode candles here. So keep a lookout for that. The RSIs are hot, but it's this is a special event here. So keep a lookout. Now, Firewell does control about 78% at least at the minimum in the main wallets. But that said, of course, there are other holders that can sell into value. So we've got 5,200 holders right now, so it's a pretty good holder count. And we can see actually it's dropped, not as high as I thought it was there, 65.78%. We don't know who else holds the other accounts. Maybe Randy Alaska is one there. He's one of the mates, one of the founders there. Could have it, and he's a good guy, of course. So he sits on his bags there. And then we've got other accounts in there as well. We haven't got too many whales. I mean, we've got one, two, three, four, five whales plus Firewell at least. So, Firewell's probably got secondary accounts, but that is where we are right now. So, yeah. In fact, what's the first page? First page, to get on that, you need 1.1 million coins. So there we go. That is where we are right now. And there's 5,200 holders. And there's only obviously a billion there. And of course, they're going to be burning that away, aren't they? As I understand it, burning the XGame token away too. So it's going to get a bit of love there. So that's kind of the coolness there. So keep a lookout for that, the old XGame. Now, the XGame website, it doesn't have a countdown. So I did suggest to them they put one on there. So let's see if they pop one up there. Let's see what happens. But it would be pretty cool to have a countdown on our page, particularly because this is also showing up on Deck Screener. So you want to know whether or not it's, when it's counting down, because a lot of people may not know enough about it, and you want to keep them informed straight away. So that's very important. So let me just want to bring up this here. I'm not sure if I'll have a look at this, but let's see. Bring up the. So I'm going to look down the list here. So you can see at the moment, this is the all blockchain view for Deck Screener, and you can see at the moment just on the default view, which is 6 hours. You can see it's got XGame down here at number 19. Now, ideally, if we can see a God mode candles come in for XGame in the next sort of 45 hours or so, or at least when it launches in 45 hours time, that we may see this jump right up to the top here, right? That's kind of the, we'll see. Now, we always have new coins that come up with some ridiculous numbers, but we may see it jump pretty high up here in the top mark. So keep a look out for that. And also at the moment, it does have $500 support on it as well. So definitely, the pre-marketing has already started there. Looking at the 24 hours, then, it's probably a bit further down. But on the 6 hours, it's definitely been trending there pretty well. And if we go to the hourly chart and see where it is sitting there right now, a bit further down, is it? Yeah, because it just had some profit taking, right? But on the 6 hourly, it's still holding up there at number 19. So keep a look out for that. That's in 45 hours time. And, Firewell did say that we could see some pretty big money going in there. And he does expect some of the people to profit take on it. So we'll see how that goes. But, man, it could be an absolute cash cow. Now, the other thing about this, so you guys, I was supposed to give this out before, is that Firewell team holds the biggest wallet, as I understand it, on Pump Tires itself. So the brand token Pump Tires. And so if this gets pumped for XGame and SolidX, then pump tires will probably also get pumped up as well. So keep a lookout for that connection there. That's pretty cool. Wookie's in the house there. You caught the Wookie out with the early start super. I know. Sorry about that. Wookie's our community leader in the Discord, and I just let him down there, starting half an hour early. Well, that's because I was going to try and finish earlier, but we'll see what happens there. So that is some of the cool stuff there. XGame, guys, could be the first viral game on PulseChain, and of course I got PulseChain TAKEOFF, and we got FireWhale, one of our two big public whales, about to launch his long-term project, and this is just the beginning of the rollout. He's got a second game as well that's in progress, so we look forward to that coming as well. And game on from here. But I'm excited about XGame, and it's a great-looking game, and probably the perfect kind of thing for a viral game. So keep a lookout. Fully DeFi, right? Full DeFi too, not a CeFi project like BitFury is, for example. No central servers and all the rest of it, but DeFi on chain. So pretty exciting. So keep a lookout. And it's gone Telegram too. So potential audience is billions of people, and it's kind of cool. At least billions of users. All right, so let's jump into Peacock number 2. Peacock. So after 2 days, we're gonna have XGame, and then within 4 days or so, we're gonna have LibertySwap's Peacock. Ryan flying to the moon at the moment. There's a bit of profit taking going on right now. We've got PulseChain pulling back a little bit. So take it, these little dips are always opportunities. But we were up at 1.75 cents. We're down at 1.5 cents right now. So nice little breather there. The RSI is coming down as well, below 50 on the hourly. On the 4 hour, which is a trading view, we were a bit heated, up at 82. We've come down to 65 there, just cooling off a little bit. But this is getting ready to rumble. We've only got 4 days or so to go until the big platform, which kind of got suddenly announced, right? Suddenly announced and took the market by storm. And we've seen probably about 10 protocols link up their LP over the last few months, particularly in the last week or so, which is pretty cool. But we've got a lot of cool announcements. So we're going to just go through LibertySwap and work through a bit of it. We've got Blair in the house there, hi all. Now, there's tons of alpha packed in here from the old LibertySwap. We're getting lots of cool things happening there. So this is a community member, MMG. Your Peacock is robbing the bank. It's making everyone else look bad. It just pumps and pumps. But the old Peacock there. We got Turbo out there, says this is the best chart on PulseChain right now, Peacock. And that's pretty bullish. And then we had 8 hours ago. So we had the beginning of today's updates from LibertySwap. Of course, the big bridge swapping site on PulseChain. Good morning, PulseChain friends. It's not just October. It's a Peacocktober. How about that? Peacocktober there. The leaves may fall, but our momentum only rises. Utilities are building, demand is growing, and the burn season is heating up. So they're hitting everything. These guys are not, they're not holding back. Hex says 8 hours ago, he says, I got myself a Peacock bag today. It was getting pretty cool. Joey Jojo says, no better project for community than LibertySwap and their Peacock flock. More than just a meme, it's the mascot to the number one bridge for PulseChain that also buys backs and burns a little bit of the supply with each transaction get in early. So there's so much packed into that comment, isn't there? The big meme competition that's coming up. We know that Koinaki, following CoinWell from Rack and Michelle, is going to have a battle of the memes. That's what's been told. So assuming that holds true, we could have a huge battle. Now, who's going to be able to compete with LibertySwap? Well, it may be Bria as the AI agent for CoinWell. Maybe that will fly. It'll get big support in the farms and things like that. But it's going to be hard to beat down LibertySwap with Peacock right now, with all this utility just coming in behind it pretty fast. So there will be a bit of a battle of the memes, and maybe it will just be between the two CoinWells and LibertySwap, because they're going to be meme-fi, right? DeFi-fi, but not just a basic protocol, but a whole flaming gateway ecosystem. It's going to be flaming amazing, guys, and just what PulseChain needs at just the right time in the market. So I didn't talk too much about the market, but look, we got Tom Lee pretty excited about the last 2 months of the year, and we had the big liquidity, fallout about 2 weeks ago. Looks like we're starting to recover from that now, and so the timing in the market could be absolutely, utterly perfect as well. And we could see that bit of that first rotation from gold and the rest of the markets into crypto too. So we've got everything lining up, and we've still got the strategic reserves accumulating Ethereum. So it could be pretty fun, guys, leading into the end of the year as well as into the next 6 months of next year. So pretty cool there. And we're going to have, hit everything, the big meme, the big DeFi. It's all happening. 7 hours ago, LibertySwap says perfectly aligned with the launch after the launch, it may take a few days for the burn to really pick up. So talking about their protocol coming up with the DEX, LPs will be set up across multiple chains. So just take a moment to think about that. This is not just on PulseChain, guys. They're setting up, they're basically putting their tentacles out onto these other chains. And we're talking about the big chains, right? Ethereum, BNB, etc. LPs are being set up across multiple chains. So just take a moment, particularly if you're new in crypto, to think about that. So this is not just PulseChain. This is the PulseChain tentacles are going out into the other chains. This is because we're in a multi-chain future, and those who do that best will do very well. And so this is a very, very clever strategy, guys. And these guys have everything in place to do it. W Peacock there, Wrap Peacock will be available everywhere, guys. This is huge. So I just want to really emphasize this stuff. Well, the native Peacock will remain on PulseChain. So the native Peacock will be on PulseChain, but the Wrap Peacock on the other chains will be everywhere. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Do you feel the excitement? It is awesome, guys. And yeah, Peacock's been starting to price up this value a little bit, but it's just early times. It's still baby times in terms of the price. When people buy Wrap Peacock and want to earn incentives, so here we are. Not only are they setting up the pools, but now they're going to have this incentive program. They'll bridge their Wrap Peacock to PulseChain and receive native Peacock. So that is part of the plan there. That's how the bird brings attention to PulseChain, right? So to bring that capital on the other chain, and then onto basically transferring that into PulseChain. Same plan for Wrap Pulse and other PulseChain Wrap tokens. So they're going to horizontal scale this across the tokens as well on other chains. So this is really, really fun. This is a bit like wildfire. Take a dry wheat field, put a flame to it, and it's just going to start flaming across, dude. It's going to be so glorious to watch. Yeah, all right. So that's kind of cool. So really, really fun stuff happening with that. All right, so that was kind of bullish. And I don't know if they had another comment underneath that. We'll just quickly check. Sometimes I do. Maybe a dumb question says PGC Maxi, but since it's Wrap Peacock, it won't affect existing supply, correct? Is Wrap Peacock more of a layer 0 token since it will be on multiple chains? Also, is Wrap PDI also in the lineup? So you guys know it doesn't affect the existing supply of Peacock at all. Timing couldn't be better. Let's light this up, says Ditto, positioning well for the PulseChain bull market. What are these incentives you speak of? Which is obviously a good question. Pump to earn, folks. Pump to earn. I like that. I like where that's heading. What will the earning incentives look like? As the Peacock is to hold long term, we call it pump to earn. So I got the cheeky Peacock there. All right, so awesome stuff coming out from LibertySwap about that. All right, so we had some cool stuff happening at the moment. So let's scroll up here a little bit more. 7 hours ago, we're entering the PulseChain bull season, and I've got on the title of the video, PulseChain takeoff, and for good reasons, right? This is exciting stuff, what we're seeing. And LibertySwap, not only are they doing everything right and doing amazing things, but really leading by example here. So really leading the PulseChain into greatness. We're entering the PulseChain bull season, my friends. All the effort will be worth it. Peacock and LibertySwap are leading the way, and we're here to help everyone support us, spread the word, bring more attention to the coin and our swap, and make it viral. When it's your time, it will be there for you. So it's kind of cool for the old Liberty lady there. Kind of cool there. I'm just trying to, every picture they post, you always got to think, what are they actually doing there? We've got the moon up there. Everyone wants the moon there. So kind of cool. All right, let's see what else they got here. Bags pack, send it. Billions will go home. Full send the birds. Liberty Sand, the hero we never needed. Yeah, so pretty cool. So some good stuff happening with the old LibertySwap there. Now, it's always good to look at some of the replies because you often can get some extra alpha there. 7 hours ago, Peacock will do for PulseChain what Bonk and WIF did for Solana. Take note, guys. Take note. That is, really, really awesome, isn't it? Really awesome. Just take the magnitude there, the vision, and not just the vision, but executing it. Right, they're doing it. They're doing the things that need to make it happen. Crypto Coffee, of course, has really been ramping up its coverage as well. Peacock is a symbol of wealth and power, mascot for PulseChain. So kind of cool. We got the Verse in there as well, another PulseChain influencer. Good morning, especially to those who believe pixelated images of birds will retire their bloodline. Peacock to $1. And they also did. MMG again, by far still number one on PulseChain. Go Peacock there. So some cool stuff happening. Yeah, very, very cool. Now let's just scroll up a little bit further here. This is where we start getting into the real big alpha stuff as well. We're now playing the role of a bridge, is what Peacock says, or LibertySwap. So far, we've bought back around 23 to 30 billion pulse to strengthen the Peacock liquidity pool. We're launching Peacock pairs designed to buy back and burn massive amount of Peacock through cross-pair arbitrage. So that's exciting. We're also launching Pulse pairs to accumulate even more Pulse, which will then be added to the Peacock LP and used for further buybacks. Next, we're introducing a cross-chain swap DEX that allows users to trade on Uniswap, Jupiter, Batias, and PulseX through one single interface built to favor PulseChain assets. So we're loving that. And of course, all fees and earnings flow back into Pulse. And that Pulse powers the Peacock bull run. Tell me you're bullish on PulseChain, but not on Peacock. I dare you, says LibertySwap, which is pretty cool. And that is, 2 point, what they got here, 2.2 to 3 billion pulse per month from fee revenue. Our team reserve is also increasing even faster there. So some cool insights there as well. Now, over Dion here says, nice. We at a 15% burn rate now. And no wonder the current price is holding there. And they said just a few more days before a stronger and more persistent burn begins. So we're going to talk about that next, that leading us in to their new protocol, which is pretty exciting. So some good stuff happening there. And, of course, they've talked about their protocol. So let's go to that quickly. We can see at the moment that there's 4 days and 11 hours to go until Peacock protocol launches. So this will be just after 2 days later after XGame. So we're just being spoiled, guys. We're being spoiled in this takeoff period here. So things are just going to go from one mega thing to another mega thing to another mega thing over the next 2 weeks or something. It's insane. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So obviously everyone's familiar with LibertySwap being one of the big bridge swapping sites on PulseChain that have launched. We've obviously had Ramp now in particular, then LibertySwap, and of course Hyperlane. Those have all come on and contributed massively, and they're still ramping up, right? They're still ramping up their liquidity pools and the number of chains, etc. So it's very, very exciting times there. We're also seeing Coast launch the Bouncer 3 fork, of course, and then build up the stable coins as well on there too. So we're seeing a lot of really good infrastructure and utilities adding a lot of really good stuff for PulseChain Pump. And this is going to get better and better and better. But of course, we got used to that. And of course, for liquidity, people could provide liquidity and all sorts of stuff. But now they've added in not just the bridge to the Peacocks, which they had, stable coins. You can obviously got USDC, USD Tether, DAI, and ETH. We know that they're adding Wrapped ETH and, of course, Pulse and Wrap Pulse to that list. And, of course, they're going to add a lot more chains, right? So you can see just under USDC, for example, we've got all these chains operating at the moment: Base, Ethereum, BSC, Arbitrum, PulseChain, and Solana. And so they're going to be adding up something, I think, 30 or 40 chains, something in that ballpark. So very, very exciting there. And so they've got the scaling continuing on, this LP building continuing on. But they must have felt that they were ready with the LP building because now they've announced the Peacock DEX, right? And I said to you guys, at the moment we've got PulseX, we've got 9mm. They're kind of the heavyweight DEXs. We've got this Tide building up a pretty nice liquidity as well. But now we've got LibertySwap coming out with Peacock DEX, which is probably going to be a big player, a juggernaut there. So really excited about this. This should go into number 2 spot and behind PulseX. But hey, look, it's going to be pretty interesting where this goes because it's got the advantage that it's got a super fast bridge swapping flows to all these LP pools that are setting up on other chains as well. So now it's actually got more far-reaching reach than PulseX does. So PulseX obviously on PulseChain. This is now going to be multi-chain, essentially running a multi-chain LP setup. So this is crazy, guys. It's basically this is like an octopus going out to the other chains and putting its little paws in it, whatever you call them. What do you call them? Arms, octopus arms in there. That's pretty crazy. So yeah, fun times. Is my screen frozen? I think my screen's frozen. I don't know. So apologize for that. So yeah, pretty exciting stuff happening. I don't know whether I need to refresh my page. I know it's slightly moving there. So some exciting stuff happening there. So Peacock just taking a little bit of a breather right now, just below 1.6 cents. Let me just let's see what else. Have I got a bit of movement going on now? Let's have a look. We got Poster Animal with the hands. We got DGN in the house as well. We got the Superman. Lots of love. Appreciate that. Hopefully I'll move around a bit. Yeah, there are. I just had to shut things down or so forth. Yeah, just a few more days here. They got a few more days. We've got stronger, more persistent burns begin. So this is only getting bigger, guys. Only getting bigger. And there are 4 days and 11 hours to go. And this is Peacock Dex, right? So this is going to be massive. Potentially, it's going to have hundreds of features. So this is going to be something probably we haven't seen before in terms of a Dex as well. So yeah, very, very exciting. So we're gonna have a gateway now with the exchange, and we're gonna have them pushing out liquidity pools into other chains with the wrapped Peacock and everything else, wrapped other tokens, and then they're going to be incentivizing them to come over to PulseChain with this capital and get onto PulseChain. So it's exciting, guys. It's exciting. So yeah, really, really cool. And of course, this could be absolutely massive. Your gateway to trade, track, and swap Peacock and thousands. Let's remember that thousands of tokens on PulseChain instantly and gaslessly. Now we also know that they're going to be having a new front end for pump tires, which is going to be fantastic. Because all those sort of pump tires type sites are relatively simplistic. So it's going to be, I bet the front end's going to be real nice. And then, of course, there's going to be a lot of feature rich as well, connecting into the DEX and into the bridge and the swapping site, and then onto other chains. It's huge, massive. And then, of course, we could see other things, which I'm going to speculate on. We could see, a wallet. We could see a DeFi and stablecoin protocol coming down the tracks. I mean, there's all sorts of things could be happening here. Maybe even potentially it's somehow associated to the PulseChain SAC. Wink, wink. So there's all sorts of things that could happen here. So that's exciting times, guys. Exciting times. But anyway, the big thing coming out in 4 days is the Peacock Dex, and perfect timing. Perfect time for PulseChain. Perfect, massive addition to the DeFi suite, and of course the DEXs, as well as this has got an advantage the others do not have. This has got to have so much advantage. This is going to be like a mega gateway ecosystem juggernaut thing. Man, this is building up, be huge. It's massive. All right, and PulseChain is taking over the other chains in some ways. It's going to be awesome. And then green candles, right? Just going to allow you set up all that up, and then green candles sucks and all that stuff from the other chain. It's going to be great. I love this. This is too good. Too good. Now, so that's kind of cool stuff happening right there. So we're going to keep a lookout for that. So 2 days, XGame, and that could be a viral game. 2 days later, we got this Peacock Dex, and that's massive. And these guys are such rapid deliverers. That's just pretty exciting. So keep a lookout for, guys. This is going to be massive there. Now that is the site there. Now I want to go in through some of the rest of the updates here from LibertySwap. Let's keep going from here. Mental game here says Peacock market slowly starts to understand, and that's kind of what we've been trying to highlight, just going through it in a bit more deep diving, going down the rabbit hole, as it were. But most can't wrap around their heads that this isn't just a pump and dump meme coin. Oh, it's well beyond that now, isn't it? They're going to FOMO much higher. Yeah, absolutely. And of course, there's the Peacock in the background. Richard Hart doing his little twerk spice there. And yeah, this keeps getting better and better. We've got Ovian here. My Peacock stack is always in order, never selling at all. What else there? Yeah, we call it pump to earn. So not only are they having the LP set up on other chains, they're going to be enticing this capital to come into PulseChain with their pump to earn. So we're going to see what exactly that means with a new token, however, whatever it's going to. Oh, they said Peacock, didn't they? But it's going to be pretty interesting to see how that works, because you want to focus the value into Peacock. And you're bringing it away, you're buying it up, you're giving it to people that are locking in for it from other chains and PulseChain, and you're just pushing that value up all the time. So pump to earn, it's going to be pretty fun to see there. I'm not sure if they have any details underneath that. I'm a pump to earn Peacock bird, yeah. So we've got a lot of people excited about that. And then 2 hours ago, they said the journey to $1 feels slow. It's where belief is tested. The run to $10 is fast. It's where FOMO takes over. So some big price targets on there for those that love price targets. Let's go, says Cabal King. More liquidity is coming, says LibertySwap. Sellers get wrecked. They'll get wrecked even harder once they realize every coin will pump. Respect the coins with momentum. That's a very key part there. They're rare in this market. So pretty bullish talking there from LibertySwap. But they're following it up with the actions, right? So yeah, getting a lot of support from the market. Even Nugabo, you guys love entertainer. Nugabo the entertainer, as they call Peacock will blow past 2 cents. It's on its way to past 10 cents. It's way to $1 by year end. Yeah, boy. So that's some cool stuff coming on there. So yeah, really exciting, guys. Where does this heading? This is a gateway ecosystem, multi-chain takeover. It is pretty exciting. And this is finally I guess the juggernaut blue chip that we've been wanting on PulseChain. Very exciting. And so we got XGame 2 days, and we got LibertySwap with their Peacock DEX coming up in 4 days or so, just under 4.5 days. It is exciting times, guys. It just gets better and better and better. Just when you thought the end of October wasn't going to be so cool, it is going to be epic. So yeah, this is all by the 31st, which is what, Halloween? Is it Halloween? Pretty crazy, right? Pretty crazy. Wiki's got a strategy club link in the chat there. So if you want to sign up to strategy club, definitely use Wiki's link. Only $35 a month, fantastic value, and get all the alpha in there. Go next level. All right, so that is pretty cool. Let's get into the next one, which is CoinWell, guys. And our other big whale, of course, is Rackham Rochelle. And here we are. He has been keen to get this a couple of years back, but of course the SEC, that dark cloud probably prevented a lot of people with large positions to step forward. But now he is here. We've been free from the SEC for over 3 months now, isn't it? So yeah, July, August, September, October. Yeah, so almost coming up 4 months in a couple of weeks. And he's able to put CoinWell back on track there. But it is a whole ecosystem as well. It is a blue chip offering, and it's a corporate offering. So there'll be some of the things you don't normally see in crypto projects that are more degen oriented. This is really focused on established TradeFi investors, and he's teased a little bit about connections with into the White House, Donald Trump Jr., potential NASDAQ listings, and we need that. So it's great to have an offering in that space, and if he can achieve that, it is a huge thing to do. So very cool here. So crypto done well, and of course that's CoinWell coming up there, and of course they've got a little teaser there of this protocol. Now you can see that there's a vault here, so some sort of liquidity fork is in here as well. It's got dark mode, light mode, but as I understand it, I think I don't remember what the dollar's called, but it's got USD here. But I did think it was going to be called USDR, which is USD Rackham. I guess the Rackham there. Why not? Why not brand your own stuff? You're the one doing it. Why not brand it? We could have USD Superman, USDS or something. USD Superman. But pretty awesome. Now we know it's going to have lots of things in there, right? It's going to have a DEX and everything else. So this could be another major DEX as well. I did say to you guys that I thought that PulseChain could quite reasonably and comfortably have 6 good DEXs. At the moment, we have kind of 3, right? We can have 3, and when I say that, I'm talking about PulseX, 90mm, and Tide at the moment. So that's kind of where I'm putting that. We also have Famous as well, so I don't want to push them out as well. So Famous will be adding that too. Let's say 4. So by the looks of it, we could have CoinWell, which will be multi-chain, and also the DEX there for Peacock. So that'd be a good suite of 6. Then we have some good complementary farms that are in there as well. Some of them have their own pools, of course. Thinking of Emmett Farm and others like that. So we do that's sort of what I call the second class. So yeah, they are all doing incredible innovating in that space as well. So pretty exciting with the old CoinWell. Now we're looking forward to this, and we know Triple Dad from Steakhouse Bistro and Buffet. The 369 team is co-founder. He is now kind of acting, I think, like a chief operating officer. I think that's kind of his role. Certainly doing a great job there. And they have been hanging out quite a bit, haven't they, with the old Rackham Rochelle, and doing some good stuff. So we're looking forward to him. He'll be a very good, I guess, project manager, and the rest of it. Co-founder, I think, something like that. So I'm not quite sure their full business arrangement, but very exciting there to have Triple Dad involved. So you've got Rackham Rochelle, the big VC, venture capitalist. He's got different divisions of business, right? So CoinWell adding to that mix. And obviously in crypto, best performing market. So the chances of returns are super high. And it's a good channel there to bring in US investors. So if we're going to get US institutional investors into PulseChain, we have 2 kind of obvious routes at the moment. One is CoinWell, and the other one is what was going to be let me see, a Soul Sun mini meal. Although I understand, I think they may be going to Solana, so we'll just keep a tab on that. So that is where we are right now. So we've got Triple Dad in there. We also got Rack Michelle's wife, Jean Devers, or Jen Devers. Hopefully I'm saying that right. And she was announced by Rackham as the CEO of Coin Division, which is going to be taking care of at least 5 different companies that they're launching. One of them is CoinWell. And so that's great to see Jen in there. And she's also obviously the mum of Bria Meancoin. And of course, Bria is going to be the AI agent, as I understand, for CoinWell. So some exciting stuff there. So you're really exciting. Now, we have seen some pretty interesting stuff coming from these guys around Bria and stuff, but actually we have a little picture down here. I'm pretty sure it's on this one. Let's scroll down here. Yeah, we saw this little one here. Should have been steak, but they went to a little dinner. But look who's there, the whole team. And they've even got Mr. Wu here as well. So maybe he's working on promotions or something like that. We'll keep a lookout. But they have a sneaky little dinners, guys. So CoinWell must be getting very close. We are expecting it in early November, and that was from Triple Dad's Insight. So yeah, keep a lookout, guys. This is the next big juggernaut. So 3 in a row. We've got 3 absolute huge projects launching on PulseChain, all doing different things for the most part. I guess there's some crossover with CoinWell and Peacock Dex, but very different setups with the Gateway Bridge and the LPs cross pool. So we're going to see some pretty interesting things there. So yeah, exciting times going on, guys. People on the PulseChain are making things happen and having good stakes while they do it. I mean, look at this stake. I think we got. But that steak is pretty good. So we're getting all the dinners here. Look at that nice steak on there. We've got the tomatoes coming out. We've got the olive oil. We've got the, I guess, the fine wine. I'm not sure. But yeah, CoinWell is going to be blue chip. It's going to be linking into the old big capital there in the United States, which is fantastic. So look at that. Nice, tasty little steak there being cut up. So not bad on that one. You can watch this thing for ages, but very, very cool. Look at the response there. Everyone's pretty excited. What's that? Some little fish dish there coming out as well. Now, I'd be like Jen. I'd be pretty happy about it too. Pretty happy about something. It's little squid ring things or something. Little squid tentacles. I don't know what it is, but it looks like a fun. We've got chips and everything else. I'm getting hungry while I'm looking at it. You guys know I love these sort of meals. I used to like, Brandon, Rags to Riches. He used to go to these restaurants in America all the time. He used to do vlogs from there, and he used to go, oh damn, he used to eat all these like fancy steaks, and I go, damn, I want some of that stuff. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is there. So they're having a good time. So that it's getting close, guys. The old CoinWell, and it's going to be great to see the team come together there. And looking forward to Jean. I'm trying to say Jean de Beers there as the CEO there of CoinWell, and it's going to be a lot of fun. What else here? Brennan says we're eating rice with Rackham is eating steaks. Says Brennan there. Hey, that's not true, because we know that Brennan hangs out at the surf club in Australia, and they eat similar food. Do you eat similar food to that? Maybe it doesn't come out on a plate, but a plate like that, but it certainly is pretty good. So that is our coverage, guys. Those PulseChain TAKEOFF. The chart might not show it yet, but we've got 3 mega launches in a row about to launch on PulseChain. And this is not all the projects that are launching, but these are the 3 big heavyweights. So XGame, Firewell. We wish them all the best. It's going to be great for everybody. Then we've got Peacock and LibertySwap doing incredible things over PulseChain. I mean, it really is unbelievable. The mega gateway ecosystem is going to be just awesome. And then, of course, we've got CoinWell coming, and that's going to have a suite, I think, up to we've got CoinNaki. I don't know when that's going to launch, CoinNaki, the meme site. But we've got, I think they've got 5 protocols as I understand it. So, but first the CoinWell, and that will going to be heavily DeFi orientated, and then some of the others will be like educational and other services provided as well. So it's going to be fun times, guys, and it looks like it's getting very close. When you're having dinners like that together, it's got to be getting close, guys. It's got to be getting close. All right, early November. Get excited. PulseChain, and of course the time in the market. We're expecting very, very bullish time, and particularly rotation into crypto. Stock market may have a bit of a pullback in November, but maybe the crypto market just keeps running hot there. So keep a look out for that. All right, so I wanted to give us some other good news, right? So we're up to an hour and 10 minutes on the live, but I wanted to get to Vouch, right? So Vouch, of course, is the big number one validator on PulseChain. We've been, sort of tracking this. Had a big, huge rally, right? Rally up there, and it's been moving sort of sideways, consolidating. It has two main forms of revenue. One has a reflection tax, right? Which I think's what's about 5%. I think it's 5% buy sell tax. And then it has all the validators, right? It's running 1% of the validators, so which is huge. So about 4,700 validators, something like that. Really, really awesome. And so it's earning all that income. People can stake and all that sort of stuff. So it's pretty cool. Let's jump over to the update today. So Vouch celebrates its first birthday. So 1 year, guys, and 1 year of continuous uptime. In that time, we've grown to be the number one validator on the chain. This ain't no fly-by-night vaporware. Vouch is the utility play on PulseChain. So, if you want to come even more conservative, you come back to the validator revenue on the chain, then this is kind of in that more low risk, high reward type of play. Because obviously, if you're earning all that Pulse as a validator, maybe earning around 10% a year or whatever it's going to be. If you're in Vouch, maybe it's a lot higher, 20% or something like 25%. But you're going to, when PulseChain runs, then all that US dollar value is just going to be, really, really high, even for a conservative investment as in a validator setup. So, which is pretty cool. But in addition, they obviously have the reflection token as well to supercharge the system. So, very, very, very exciting project there. And a 1 year birthday. So, congratulations to them. I think that's all we can say, right? That's all we can say. So we're starting to step up the blue chips. I said to you, we need a lot of blue chips. You can't just have a DGN chain. We need to start having a really super strong base. We've had good projects in the past. We've had a wave of liquidity forks, for example. We've had a lot of good forks like Aave forks, GMX forks, Balancer forks, and recently we had a good quality one there with Coast. We've obviously got Coast as well, and so on. So we've had some good, relatively low risk, high return protocols potentially, but now we're just stepping up into a whole new level of value offerings. It's going to be absolutely insane. We've got the high risk, high return play on XGame, Solid X. We've got the sort of maybe medium there with the CoinWell, and then we've got I think probably relatively low high risk is the old LibertySwap gateway ecosystem, which I think is just massive. So some exciting times ahead, guys. We've got Fast Abdul in the house there. I'm here for the tech. I talked about other projects launching as well. Fast Abdul, I think, is working on 3 to 5 projects, something like that, and varying aspects. And of course, he launched the latest liquidity fork, which is the ink printer and what's the ink dollar, is it? Yeah. And so exciting stuff. He's working on more stuff. So there's, even though we're talking about these big 3 juggernauts, there's a lot of other medium, probably at least heavyweight projects coming down the line. So we're looking forward to that. So it is PulseChain takeoff time, guys. And that chart might just be the very last time we see it look like that, because it's about to get legit over the next few days and weeks ahead. So bring it on. All right, so that is Vouch. Now, obviously, we've been talking about top tier games on PulseChain. Gaming has just started to really take off as well. One of the games, of course, that we've got that's already been operating pretty well for 7 weeks now. We're on set tournament number 7 is Gladiator Games. And of course, we're excited about gaming. Of course, gaming and crypto. That theme is really, something that can really blow up. We haven't quite seen it do what we thought would do generally in crypto, but here now on Gladiator Games on PulseChain, we've got a game that's offering, $1,200-$1,300 on the weekend to play and win, which is pretty exciting. And those prizes will only go up. The bigger the game gets, the bigger the prizes will get. So that's huge stuff happening there. It's also tied its liquidity. The majority of its liquidity now is in Peacock, tied in Peacock peers. So one of those 10 pools, 10 projects that have got into the middle zone there, middleweight, let's say, with the Peacock pairing. So it can ride up the old Peacock fly on free riders, I would say, flying on the old Peacock bird. So Gladiator Games is really looking good, and 7 weeks now under its belt, really pushing forward there. And we've got Jason there, the founder there, doing live streams along with MVS there. Of course, the editor-in-chief of the Monster Thread, PulseChain's weekly newsletter, and promotional lead for the Kryptonite show. So doing some good stuff there, including some good personalities like Noah and Rudolph and many others that are on the stream. And they did a 3-hour stream yesterday. Pretty awesome, eh? So I think they had like 730 people watching live. So it was pretty awesome stuff. Really gaining momentum is the old Gladiator Games. Now, you definitely got to check it out, the old Gladiator Games, and get involved. So I would say, a good place to start is to join up on Telegram. So I'm going to post a link to that in the chat there. So if you guys want to join up and get involved. That's all I can say. As Gladiator Games Telegram, jump on board. It is growing. Now, there's a lot of collabs happening with Gladiator Games, so more project teams getting involved. The other big thing is that it's actually bringing whole communities from Southeast Asia into PulseChain that are new. They're not no corners. So they're either no corners or they're new to PulseChain. And so it's actually bringing them into PulseChain as well. So it's actually helping with adoption. And that's what gaming does, right? Because people like gaming and they like crypto. And you combine those two together. It's really, really cool. So a couple of Asian communities, I think they're from the Philippines, if I'm right. Hopefully I got that right. And they are coming in competing. They're a gaming team. So they run their own. Run their own communities, and they play in gaming guilds, and they look like they're coming. They're just testing out Gladiator Games now. That's a huge potential growth for Gladiator Games, and also new people that are coming onto PulseChain to play, which is fantastic, right? Everybody along, amongst PulseChain, can bring, you bring 10 people, they bring 10 people. It really makes a big deal, So it really is exciting times for the old Gladiator Games there. And at the moment, the main game that's playing out, cash prizes every week, which is exciting. The other thing that we saw, of course, Gladiator Games Roam token pumped like 50% overnight. I think it was overnight. I'm not sure what it is right now, but it was a pretty huge pump, and that's just getting re-rated, revalued, right? So, and it's still early days. I think market cap's around 150K, so it's still early days for Gladiator Games. But man, the profits from the game go back and buy Roam token. So every week it's just got this pumpamental thing, just like a little, like a baby version, let's say, of LibertySwap buying in these coins, buying back Roam token on the back of Peacock. So it's free riding on Peacock, and then it's buying its own coin. So you get a leverage play on the old Peacock there on PulseChain. So you know how it works, guys. It's pretty awesome, and fun times there. So definitely check that out. All right. I think that's kind of it. Yeah, get into your Telegram and tell them that Superman sent you, and you can get a lot of help in there as well. All right. I think that's kind of it. All right. See, we're an hour and 17 minutes in, and it's a good thing I started early, right? Because we're almost 10 minutes to 1 here, which is almost normally where I normally finish. So, it is what it is. We got Serge in the house there. Reposted the stream. A big shout out. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, Serge. And awesome stuff. Are you guys excited? You've got to be excited, guys. It is exciting times in the old PulseChain. And you just never know. You just never know, guys. Will we get one of these, right? Will we get one of these soon? It could happen. It might happen. You never know.
You could get a God candle at any moment. You could get a giant green candle at any moment, because it's easier to get them, because it takes less economic energy, because there's less of it for sale.
We've had a few of those in the history of Richard Hart's projects, and he teased that at the beginning of this year. So obviously you're not going to broadcast the exact time you're going to do it. And so let's keep a lookout for that. We know that the PulseChain SAC's on the move. Peacock gateway ecosystem seems to be mirroring a lot of some of the things, a lot of the things that Richard Hart's talked about over the years. So we'll see what happens in that space, right, guys? It's going to be pretty interesting. I think we've got a lot of things going to be happening on PulseChain over the next couple of months. It's going to be absolutely amazing. But you don't have to wait, because the first one's in 2 days with XGame. The second one is in 4.5 days with Peacock Dex. And then the next one is probably, maybe up to 2 weeks away, perhaps. Early November with CoinWell. It's going to be fun, guys. It's going to be fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. All the best to the founders, of course, the Peacock crew, the LibertySwap guys, the Firewell, and Rack and Michelle, Ms. Rochelle, and the rest of the team. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch that all play out. All right, take care, everybody. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now. See you later.